Hey, how's it going? It's Joseph here. Today we're looking at ways to create panoramic VRs inside of Enscape, and we're going to use those views to create a hotspot map, which you saw as a thumbnail, and I'm going to show you how to do that, and let's get to it. The image that you saw as a thumbnail is actually a website which you can click on, and I'm going to leave a link in the description for you guys to follow and try it out. Basically, it's a website that I have put a overall plan or perspective plan that I have generated from SketchUp and put these markers onto the points where I have generated the panoramic VR images. So for example, if I were to click on this marker here, and this image loads, which you can use your mouse to sort of click and rotate around as if you're inside of the model of Enscape. You can look up and down, and if you were to load this on your phone, you'll have a VR enabled button here which will put it into a split screen, and you will be able to see a stereoscopic effect. So I'm just gonna close this out and show you another view here. So if I were to click this D here, in this one you'll still be able to just kind of look around up and down as if you're inside of the Enscape model as well. So all of these views are basically generated on those points of the model. And just to make myself clear, I'm not affiliated with Wix. I'm just using their service since it is available for free. It is good enough to create these environments, therefore I'm just using it. So if I were to go back to SketchUp and show you how this looks like, this is a model where I have created all of those views. I have used this model several times in other tutorials, so you might recognize that. And if I were to go scene 2, have this position, and scene 3 is basically here, and 8, 9. Scene number 5 is just a stairs view there, and scene 6 is basically a plan view, and scene 7. So scene 7 is basically what I have used for the website you saw, and I just sort of faded out so that it's not as dark. So basically you can just file and export as a 2D graphic, and if you were to save somewhere else of that file and then upload that image onto the website to use it as an overall map. And you are certainly welcome to use a plan, and in my case it sort of made more sense to use a perspective view as this, where I have the cut section so that I can see the inside, and I found that was a bit more useful to point where the views are generated from and place the markers easily. So for example, I have a view that is outside here and right at the entrance, as well as one on top of that bridge or the platform, as well as one down there. So I just sort of picked a view which I can show all of those positions. A is going to be one of the views that I showed earlier, so I believe it was scene 2, which was A position over there. And if I were to look around in the SketchUp model, then you can see the same. And another view is one on there, so scene 3, and I am at the entrance, so I'm able to sort of look around. In scene 8, I jumped to over the bridge but under, so which is point here, which is C. And then scene 9 is on top of the bridge, which is this one. Now open up Enscape, I can show you how to create those views. You can just press this Start Enscape button and load Enscape. And what I'm going to do is actually enable this synchronized views and perhaps just make this half size of a window so you guys can see what I am seeing. So scene number 2, which was A, and scene number 3 is we are at the entrance, and notice Enscape is sort of following whatever that I am doing inside of SketchUp, so it's very easy to see what's going on. I'm going to create a view from scene 3, which will be equivalent to the position B in the hotspot map, so you can kind of gauge where you are and what you will be seeing in the stereoscopic or panoramic render. So we're interested in these 3 buttons here, and I'm not really going to do a mono panorama because I don't find that as effective, especially for VR experience. The VR experience comes from stereoscopic panoramas, where it's highlighted as a stereo. So monoscopic would just be a panoramic view that gets mapped around you, where you move your head to look around, whilst the stereoscopic or stereo panorama images, you're gonna have 2 different images for each of your eyes, and you're gonna be able to feel the distance between yourself and the object, so that becomes sort of a true VR experience. So that's what I'm gonna shoot for, so I'm gonna show you how to do that. So you're ultimately going to be using this button here. However, before that, I want you to jump into settings to make sure our quality is correct. So in the Enscape settings, what you're interested in is just adjusting all of these values so that your scene in here looks like what you intended to be. So perhaps you can up the quality if you would like to. So make it high in this case. However, I'm just gonna save my render time, so I'm just gonna keep it at medium, and also change all of these values so that the scene is satisfactory to your taste. So you can change all of that. However, I'm just gonna jump right into capture, and what I'm interested in is panorama. So you can set it to high, which is gonna be approximately 8,000 pixels across, and normal will be 4,000. To save storage, I'm gonna create normal. However, you can also set it to high and expect more pixels inside of your views. So I'm gonna close that out. Just click this, take panorama stereo, and Enscape is going to generate that image for you. Okay, once that's finished, the finished result will look something like this. So the one that I have done is this one here. As I have also done other ones, it's just gonna save onto my local drive, and you'll be able to pick it up by going to my panoramas. So if I click that, all of these show up, and if that is collapsed, then you can just expand and see all of these views that you have created. So the one that I'm interested in is this one, which was this position here. Then you'll have this button, upload panorama to cloud, and you'll be able to click that and be able to upload that onto cloud. And you're also able to move to that position by clicking this. However, what I'm also interested in is to save that panorama as a file, so you can save that out and use it for a different purpose as well. Or if you have different application to handle this type of images, you can do so by doing that. Once uploaded to cloud, you're able to look at this, and it spits out a QR code, which then you can just scan with your phone. And also you can just copy link address. So go to a website with that and just paste in that address to see that specific view. So you'll be able to immediately jump into that view. So notice this link, which we'll be using to put it into the website. However, let's just go over a couple of more buttons. So you can also copy a QR code. Is basically a copy of this version here, and you can also save out the QR code so you can share the QR code elsewhere. And obviously you also have option of removing it. In my case, because I just removed the view and re-uploaded, my link is regenerated, so I'm gonna have to fix my website to reflect that. So let's do that first. So basically I have this website. Wix website allows me to edit these page. So I need to edit this marker so that it points to the correct panorama. So I'm just gonna copy this, and inside of the editor, I'm just gonna highlight the text and edit text, and it's just gonna ask me for a link if I were to click this. And I'm able to just paste in the new URL, and I'm just gonna point to web address and new window, done. And then also I need to change the link of that marker itself, or the shape. So I can go to linked and also paste in the new link there, web address, new window, same thing, done. So once that's done, I can just go ahead and publish that, and I can see the change. If I were to refresh this, and this shows up, and then I'm able to just click on that B, which will be basically the same as this view here, and I'm able to just look around to the view which I just created inside of Enscape. So if I were to go back to SketchUp, basically it also gives you a QR code which you can scan with your phone. So I'm just gonna save out the QR code, and save. And basically when that QR code shows up, you can use your phone to scan it. Latest OS on iPhones, iOS 11 has a built-in QR code scanner. Just turn on your native camera, point to the QR code. Little message will pop up on top of your screen pointing out to a browser or the Safari onto your phone, and you just tap on that and you'll be able to see that view. On the Samsung phones, you can just enable Bixby and then scan the QR code as well. So it will be a good idea to share the QR code as well as the links to your client or your colleagues to see the view, and they are able to either pick up the phone and scan the QR code or just click on the link to share. However, having to share all 4 views and title them, it was a bit difficult to do all of that. Therefore, putting all of them in compiling into a format where you can click on the views, I thought it would be easier to do so. So basically when your view shows up on your phone like that, you're able to just sort of tilt up and down and see the view all together on your phone. And this will be the same for Android phones as well as iPhones. So you can just scan the QR code or click on the link and be able to just sort of move around the view to see this. And you're gonna have a little icon at the bottom of the screen to put it into a headset. So I can just click on that and it's just gonna put it into a split view like so, and you can just have one of these VR headset, either this or a more classical one, a cardboard, and just open it up like that and put this on. Just make sure you sort of line up correctly and you should be able to see through this and see the views properly. And at that point you're able to see the stereoscopic view where you're able to feel the distance between yourself and the object. So objects that are further away will feel a lot further than something that is closer. And it's only possible because it is showing 2 different images for each of your eyes. Okay, so basically that wraps it up for today. I thought it might be useful to do this inside of Enscape and be able to share with QR code or the links, or just put it into a nice package like that where you're able to click on the links and share with your colleagues as well as your clients and impress them. I hope that was useful for you, and if you liked it, please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want to continue to watch this type of videos, and I will see you next time. Thank you.